Hey, it's Lawton. How you doing? How to make your sales process an unobstructed view. A lot of people are putting blocks in the way of getting to a sale, whether that's like enrolling high-level clients and customers or selling a sandwich. It's like they're putting all these blocks in the way of a great view, of a great sale. We're going to talk today about how do you rectify that. Okay, so I think everything's working okay. If you can see and hear me okay, let me know. So if you would like to know how to have an unobstructed sales view, and really you're going to need three things. And the first thing you're going to need to do is learn some different angles on how to promote the same thing every day if you have the same levels of programs. So most of the people that I help promote either one or two or three products, and they do it all the time, right? So their sales messages go way down, right? The effectiveness of it. And the view starts to get obstructed, right? You see this nice skyline here. Well, what happens when more and more buildings go up in that skyline? So when your sales view becomes obstructed, when your profits become, I'm just still messing with this BeLive software, so sorry for going back and forth. But when your sales view becomes obstructed, when they start to put more buildings in the Atlanta skyline, what happens when you're trying to promote the same thing day after day? Well, you need new sales angles. And the good news is they are pretty much everywhere, but most people just do the same thing of like, hey, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. And what happens is your audience on social media and your audience in your email list starts to hate you, starts to unsubscribe, starts to complain. How do you combat this? Well, there's a three-step process I call response dynamite, because it's like little persuasive dynamite. Okay, so the first thing is you need to be making offers all the time. You can't just stop selling your stuff, right? You can't just you can't just have a bunch of content and then hope that eventually someone's going to buy because your content is so good. Okay, that's not how this thing works. We aren't in the business of hope and pray marketing. We are in the business of actual results through advertising. Okay. And so the first thing you need to do is actually be making offers. That's the first step in what we call getting the result that you want. The second step is that you need to be wrapping your content around your offer, right? So you do it like this. If you would like to know how to take the first step in making offers every day, you can go to chilesemail.com. That's chilesemail.com, like Chili's, chilesemail.com. And there's going to be a video that you could get that's going to show you exactly how to make the same offer using different angles, which have been time tested for the last 150 years through the newspapers and the media. Okay, this is what we call sales copy, salesmanship in print. It's going to show you exactly how to sort of make the same offer with different angles each and every day through the power of building curiosity and mystery. So if you would like to know how to do that, go to chilesemail.com. Somebody could post that into the link for me. That'd be awesome. It's CHILES. So chilesemail.com. You'll see how to do that. There is some other stuff that you can buy after that that's going to give you a deeper dive, but that small training will get you huge results if you deploy it in the right way. At least it has for me. Okay, and the people that have bought it. Not everybody. I mean, they don't all come back to me and say, hey, this is amazing, but you get the idea. People get distracted. They move on to the next shiny object. But so that's how you sort of you wrap the offer in the content, right? So now I'm just boom, back into the training. So let's talk about those three things on how to get crystal clear results and an unobstructed sales view of profits. Okay, so what happens is your market starts to see an unobstructed view, right? They're looking at the Atlanta skyline. It's beautiful. But what happens if they start to put buildings in front of this view? Well, people will start to get mad, right? So that's sort of what happens when you pitch the same product or service again and again and again without new angles, is people start to get upset. They start to unsubscribe, and the end result is your audience shrinks. Okay, so how do we combat that? How do we combat this process? Well, you need number one, to be making offers every day. You need to, number two, be wrapping it in great content. And then number three, so you're actually providing value to people. You're actually helping people, but actually helping them beforehand. And then number three, you have to have a contingency plan. Just like If there's an emergency, you need to have contingency plans, because most people are programmed not to buy. Most people, when we send out an offer to them, will not buy, even though they might be the perfect prospect for what you have to offer. It's just the nature of sales. So what do? Well, we have contingency plans. We have built-in things. We either give them a different product down the line. We might be, hey, you might not like this condo that we've given you that has this amazing view of Atlanta. Maybe you would like another condo, or maybe you're not in the market for a condo at all. So we put them into a different campaign, right? We have contingencies on what they do and what they don't do. Now we can supercharge those contingencies by how many people are watching our videos, how long they watch them for, and we can follow up with them through email and social, right? Because I can look at this video down the line and say, hey, I know that about, so some people are going to watch 3 seconds of this, and then some people are going to watch half of it or even all of it. Then I can tell Facebook, hey, go find me the people that watch 25% or more of this video and put a retargeting offer in front of them, because they've demonstrated that they are interested in the material by watching, right? And so some of them might not go get the video right away at chilesemail.com. So what do? Well, we're not going to bug all of them, because clearly some of them were not interested, either because it's not the right time, they just don't care, or whatever. But some of them are, right? And so, if they want to get higher results more often with sales, if they want to basically supercharge their emails and supercharge their social posts, then they need to know the angles which work. And so they're going to go to that letter and they're going to read some of it, and some of them will buy, most will not. And so we have contingencies for that. And later on, that will be shuffled, right? But you don't get, if you don't put an offer in front of them that resonates, right? And so, and everyone thinks like, oh, you guys manipulate people in the sales world. No, because I can't force you. If you don't want to ramp up curiosity, if you don't want to ramp up mystery in your offers, if you don't want to be helping people in exchange for money, then there's no amount of marketing or sales craftsmanship I can put in front of you to make you press the buy button and let me help you. It's just not going to happen, okay? Because, it's like, if you're a Democrat, you're not going to vote for Donald Trump. If you're a Republican, you're not going to vote for, Kamala Harris. There's just nothing that I can do to convince you to vote for one versus the other, right? If your mind is made up. But if you are a Democrat or you are a Republican, my job would be, if one of those campaigns hired me, to get you to focus on my candidate, right? To increase the desire and lower the doubt and skepticism that this isn't a good idea, or that they have reservations, or whatever. It's politics 101, okay? And so this is a fluid system, but basically we are launching the Response Dynamite class. It was through email only, right? So how to do high ticket sales without getting on a sales phone call or doing a webinar. Now we're mixing that with social, and it's almost like a two-pronged approach of like, how do you email effectively without, pissing people off? And then how do you also do social effectively without, the same thing, right? Because you're only going to be, unless you have like a catalog, there's only going to be a select group of offerings that you offer the public, right? You're not going to have like 9,000 products. You're going to have maybe 5 or 6, or maybe it's a done for you offer. Maybe it's a done with you offer. Like with my private clients, I have a done for you, which is really expensive, and I have a done with you that's less expensive to help them get the sales conversions that they want. And then there's also the info product stuff, right? Like the stuff at chilesemail.com. So anyway, I hope this has resonated for you. Let's go back over it again. If you can see and hear me, hit the like button or the share button. I think you can also get notified next time I go live. There should be like a little button on there. Let's see if does anybody have any questions about this. Let's see. Let me look in the comments. Okay. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of people on here. This is dope. Okay, so you should be able to see this. So this is really sweet. In this software, this Be Live software, it's like $20 a month. I can actually share different photos on here. Like, I don't know why you would want to do this necessarily, but I do have the option to do that. Okay. And that is pretty cool. Anyway, and then with the software, you can also do this thing. You could do this view. So this is, I think this is full 720p, and the other one is less than that. The problem with, I'm not going to be able to get 1080 or 4K streaming unless I have like a dedicated system to do that. Like a dedicated PC with a HDMI cable and a DSLR. But it doesn't really matter, right? It's like this is good enough, I think, for most people. So if you do want to know how to do this in a greater fashion, the video is going to walk you through how to come up with what to say every day to get people to open your emails, what to say every day to get people to read your social media posts or click on your video titles. Then go to the link on the screen, chilesemail.com. That's www.chilesemail.com. Nobody can say or spell my last name, but that's just what I came up with. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's see if anybody has any questions here. Hey, Albert, how you doing, man? Yeah, the new podcast. So if you do want to see if you do want to get the podcast, if you do miss some of the lives and you want to get the podcast, then you can. Let me show you how that works. I'm going to share my screen here, okay? And you will see how it works. It takes some editing and stuff like that, but you'll be able to keep up with it, right? And so what we're doing right here is we're creating content, we're wrapping that in offers, and then we're putting it everywhere, right? So you've got the podcast, you've got the YouTube, you've got the Facebook Lives, and then you have the email stuff, right? And so because your audience is your most important thing that you can take with you. Like people might be able to turn off your emails. They might be able to turn off your Facebook ads, but they're not going to be able to turn off your audience. That really is the name of the game here. So if you want to start off this stuff, you can do one of two things. If you would like to start off small and like take baby steps, then you can go to chilesemail.com and get the video. It's like $7, right? And if you want to go higher level, you can buy there's some different trainings after that you can decide to purchase or not purchase, right? The second thing you could do is join the you can join the Response Dynamite class, where I actually show you how to sell $100 to $5,000 products and services without doing webinars and without doing a long form sales letter and without doing a sales phone call for 60 minutes with a stranger, right? There's ways to get around that that are actually a lot more it's a lot faster way to get at the money, right, that you want. And again, you don't have to be a known person to do this. You don't have to be an expert, but you do have to be able to help your market with their biggest problems that they have. And you should probably already have forward momentum. You should already have clients and customers. You should be making sales and enrolling people already. If that is the case and you would like to move farther and faster, private message me on Facebook and I will send you the details of the course next month. It's going to be taught via Zoom like this, so you can watch the training live. You can watch it after the fact. It's going to be like a 3-day training. So it's not going to be like 12 weeks. It's going to be 3 days. And it's going to be designed to get you those results ultra fast. And then we also have a Q&A stuff after that, like a couple sessions after the fact to get you the results that you need without having you wait for 12 weeks or 6 weeks or something. So if you are interested in that, private message me and I will, we can talk about it. And if you're a good fit, I can save you a spot for the February class with the Response Dynamite. All right, y'all, appreciate your time. If you do want to share this or comment, if you're watching this after it's live, leave me a comment down below on how you're going to wrap your offers in great content and how you're going to start reaching out to your audience on a daily basis. And what is your contingency plan if they don't buy right away? Because most of them won't. And that's why we build this Response Dynamite system to be able to go off, for lack of a better term, at the right times if they do or don't buy, or if they do or don't buy certain things at a certain time. So, all right, thanks so much, everybody, for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you have an awesome Friday. And if you're watching the replay, then definitely leave me your feedback below, your comments. Let me know if this makes sense. and we'll talk soon. Thanks.